Hi everyone, my name is Proud and I am a duck. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what do we know about ducks? Ducks can swim, but they still can't swim as good as fish. Ducks can fly, but birds still fly better. And sure, ducks can walk, but they still waddle a little bit. And that's essentially how I felt my whole life, never being able to master anything. Now I know some of you may know this as being master of none or jack of all trades, but I prefer the term duck as we call it in Thai, and I will tell you why at the very end. Growing up, I've never could stick to one passion or one interest. When my mom asked me what I wanted to be when I grow older, I said I wanted to have a 3-story building. On the first floor, I would be an ice cream shop. On the second floor would be a photography studio taking photos of dogs. And on the third floor would be a kindergarten. Because I wanted to be all of it at once, a business owner, a teacher, a photographer, a vet. But adults would laugh at me and tell me I should narrow down my passions and find my one true calling. But I knew that wasn't for me. So then, what's me? I know I said my name was Proud, but I've never been proud of myself. I grew up in Germany where the name Proud is unheard of. So whenever I introduced myself, I would be met with bullying and mockery. Oh, you must be so proud of yourself. Are you proud of yourself, Proud? And the worst part is I feel like I never embodied the name Proud. I feel like someone named Proud must be so smart, so driven, so passionate. But that's just not me. I was just a little duckling. Now, I grew up with a sister who's a specialist. If there was a scale from being a generalist to a specialist, I would be on this very end, and she would be on the complete opposite end. She's so smart, driven, and successful. So there was a lot of expectations for me to be like her. When I just started school, I didn't know how to write my name. So I went to the teacher and asked for help. But instead of helping me, she said, "Are you really Prim's sister? How could you not know how to write your own name?" And I was so ashamed. And that's just been the constant theme of my life. Adults, teachers, bosses telling me I'm not good enough. Another big difference between my sister and I is that she's incredibly hardworking. But for me, I'm just hardly working. She would be up until 2 a.m. working away on her laptop while I'm just in bed next to her watching trashy reality TV or scrolling on my phone. She would go above and beyond for her job, but I would just find a way, the bare minimum way, to get the job done. If I don't immediately enjoy something or like it, I tend to just move on to other things pretty quickly. And that's probably why I'm not a specialist. But yet, specialists are so celebrated. People who dedicate their whole life to master a single craft are so seen. And that was very apparent by the way my sister and I were treated. At one of our family parties, our family was introducing us to their friends, and they said, "This is Prim. She went to Smith College, she went to Harvard, and she works at the UN. And this is Proud. She's married." So I thought at least I have one thing going for me. But, am I doomed to mediocrity just because I cannot commit to one thing? Do I need to have this one true calling that everyone speaks of? Now, I would like to see a show of hands of who feels the same way as I do. Raise your hands up if you have ever felt like you're not good enough. That's quite a few of us. I will tell you what changed my perspective. At this family dinner, people were just so marveled by my sister's career. They were asking her a million questions, completely in awe, including me. So I said, I could never do what she does. And to my surprise, she replied, looked at me saying, I could never do what she does either. And that was a changing moment for me because I thought, you know what? That's true. There are so many things that I can do that she can't. But I was so focused on her success and her talents and her career that I completely overlooked mine. Everybody has their own talents. Maybe you're talented at remembering birthdays. Maybe you're talented at cooking. Or maybe you're talented at simply being kind. and that is enough. And so I honed in all my average duck skills together. I used my videography skills to set up a camera on a tripod and I framed myself into it. I used my technical skills to set up the lighting and the microphone. I used my writing skills to write a script. And I used my acting skills to talk in front of a camera. Then I used my computer skills to edit those videos and post them online. And today, I have over 1 million followers on TikTok. I won the Best of Beauty and Fashion Award, and I'm standing here today on this stage with you. And I'm here to tell you that none of it matters. I thought that by getting these milestones, achieving things that are, people tend to view it as success, I thought I would finally feel accepted and I would prove everybody wrong. But then, why do I still feel like the little girl from 20 years ago who wants her 3-story building? I'm just a little sister who admires her big sister. So I made peace with being a duck. But now there's this new discourse in Thailand where, sure, of course, being a duck is fine. Being a duck is great. It can be useful in the office, but that's not enough. Now you have to be a golden duck, which is a relatively new term where you have to have this extra set of skills to thrive in this new world. Some golden ducks you may know are Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Leonardo da Vinci. But do you have to be these iconic big names to be recognized, to feel fulfilled? Do you have to win awards or invent something to feel successful? The answer is no. So I'm sorry, I'm not here to give you some big, inspirational, life-changing speech. I'm really just being selfish, and I just telling you what I wish I heard when I was younger. Being average is amazing. Having different passions is amazing. Having no passion at all is amazing. We're all just trying to figure it out, one waddle at a time. And this is why I prefer the term duck rather than master of none or jack of all trades. They have such negative connotations to them. But with a duck, we can shift our perspectives and celebrate the ducks around us. Ducks are masters of adaptation. They can seamlessly transition between air, water, and land. Ducks are resilient. They face numerous challenges every day, from predators to harsh weather conditions, but yet they endure. And have you ever noticed how ducks fly together in a formation? Their sense of collaboration enables them to achieve remarkable things. And it's okay if some days you just want to float along the water or get lost waddling in the forest, or just let the wind take your wings with no destination. It's okay to not have all the answers, because that's where the magic happens. Embrace the unknown and use it as an opportunity for growth and exploration. Instead of viewing a duck as being your weakness, use it as your strength. So, I am a duck, and I am proud. Thank you.